Last fall, Fox News host Tucker Carlson conducted what was probably one of his most controversial interviews ever, which is saying something. Remember this? It's been memory hold a little bit, but he sat down with rap star Kanye West, Ye, presenting him to the Fox audience as a misunderstood artist.
The enemies of his ideas dismissed West, as they have for years, as mentally ill. Too crazy to take seriously. Look away, ignore him. He's a mental patient. There's nothing to see here. But crazy? That was not our conclusion. In fact, we've rarely heard a man speak so honestly and so movingly about what he believes.
Okay, that was the intro. Now, shortly after that interview aired, we learned that it was selectively edited to remove Kanye's anti-Semitic rants. And then subsequently, Ye went on this insane spiral where he seemed to be running around to every microphone he could possibly find to defend Hitler. Now Tucker Carlson is back with another big sit-down interview with the man who hosted Kanye West and white nationalist buddy at a dinner party, the twice impeached, now criminally charged ex-president Donald Trump himself. Now remember, this is the man that Carlson has privately called, quote, a demonic force, a destroyer. He said he truly can't wait to ignore Trump most nights and that he hates him passionately. But last night, Tucker gave Trump the Kanye introduction.
We traveled to Mar-a-Lago today to interview the former president on his recent arrest by a Democratic prosecutor. But once we sat down, we wound up talking mostly about foreign policy. For a man who is caricatured as an extremist, we think you'll find what he has to say moderate, sensible, and wise.
Yes, Kanye West and Donald Trump. You know, everyone says these guys are off the rocker, but listen to them, and they really seem like they got it together. Mr. Moderate, Sensible, and Wise proceeded to make Tucker Carlson listen to a made-up sob story about how devastated the New York court staff were about his arrest last week.
They were crying. They were actually crying. They said, I'm sorry. They'd say, 2024, sir, 2024. And tears are pouring down their eyes. I've never seen anything like those people are phenomenal. Those are your police.
Yep.
Those are the people that work at the courthouse. They're unbelievable people. Many of them were in tears or close to it. Many apologists were sorry, sir. We're sorry.
I swear to God, if I didn't know Donald Trump better and his lack of a sense of irony, I would think he was doing a Donald Trump bit. Now, I don't know which is more cringe-inducing, that Trump has done the same tough guys had tears in their eyes for me story like 100 times, or that Tucker had to sit there just be enthralled by it. Of course, the great reporter Michael Isikoff today spoke with a law enforcement source who told him the story was, surprise, absolute BS. That's a quote. There is zero truth to Trump's account. Quote, there were zero people crying. There were zero people saying, I'm sorry. Now, watch Tucker Carlson, who, again, we know from internal emails, despises Trump, only plays along because he's terrified of losing his audience to Newsmax and what that might do to the Fox stock price, pretend to hang on every word of the ex-president's continued nonsense.
A big problem is nuclear warming, when nobody even talks about it. The environmentalists talk about all this nonsense in many cases. Look, I'm an environmentalist also, I guess, in my own way, because I've done a good job with the environment. But nobody talks about nuclear. The problem we have, the biggest problem we have in the whole world, it's not global warming, it's nuclear warming. And all it takes is one madman.
Now, my favorite part is when Tucker had to apologize to Donald Trump for the crime of insulting Kim Jong-un.
I did a good job. I did a great job with North Korea. Kim Jong-un, you went with me on a trip. You insulted him, which didn't make my life too easy, but that's okay. But you were there, one of the few. And it was an amazing, it had to be one of the most incredible experiences for you.
For sure.
But it was amazing.
Yes, for sure. One of the most amazing experiences of my life, sir. Yes. Sorry, by the way. Yes, sorry, sir, that I insulted Kim Jong-un. I'm so sorry that made things hard for you, sir. Tucker Carlson apologizing to Donald Trump for offending Kim Jong-un on TV, and they didn't edit it out. Coming up, Carlson and the other Fox News hosts will soon find themselves the interviewees under oath in the defamation trial against Fox News set to begin next week. We already saw some fireworks in that courtroom today. Full details on that from someone who is inside the court and watched it all go down. Next.